haven't seen you guys in a few days, and I hope everybody is doing well. Had to take a little break, and so I decided to do something that was pertaining to Ren, and I looked up and I saw that there was a Sick Boy episode 1, The Flame of Prometheus. I'm kind of a Greek reader, and I like that kind of stuff, and I haven't really paid attention to the God stuff in a very, very long time, 30 years probably. But I remember, I think the Prometheus thing is he was wanting to gap the distance between humanity and the gods. And so what he gave them was fire or technology to bridge the the greatness of the gods versus mankind, and that we ultimately could reach that God-like status as far as with using the fire and the technology. So, I mean, I think that's kind of what the gist is there. I think Prometheus also means forethought. So, you kind of think of it, you could think of it multiple ways just by the title. Then you've got the flame within. You start talking about things like that, the flame, the soul, the inner spirit, the burning within, almost matrixy, if you in a sense. So, I mean, I did watch about 5 seconds of this to kind of get a gist. This is right up my alley, and I didn't even know it, but it's a video, I think, explanation of some of his music, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure this one, I just forewarn you guys, this will probably get me talking. I'm a sucker for this stuff. And so I just wanted to give you a little warning label. And it will be in the description below too. And I checked that out and give him a subscribe. Super interesting person. And without further ado,
have you ever heard the story of Prometheus? Let me start somewhere near the end.
So, just 1084, the first thing that popped in my mind was 1984, that dystopian book that we're living in currently. Or I bet you he's trying to say something there that we're living, he's telling his story, of course, but I think he's trying to say other things.
Let me start somewhere near the end.
That's why you're getting the dystopian look. He's trying to say we're living in this type of
After the Great Collapse, the sick were rounded up like rabid stray dogs. Those who were strong enough were put to work in subterranean farms. First, they would be stripped of all dignity afforded to a human. Then, their bodies would be
That's interesting. They're like saying, the visually naked, stripped, everything that she's saying is in a metaphorical, it's metaphorically said. She's telling us the story, but it's basically told in metaphors. She's talking about stripping things from you, that type of things. And you're watching the guy that's stripped, and they're talking about it's all metaphorically. I mean, just think about that as she's speaking. I think that's the right way to think about it.
They would be stripped of all dignity afforded to a human. Then their bodies would be decontaminated and purged of the stench from the surface.
Sick boy.
In order to create an effective cog, you must first bleed out of all autonomy and free will.
And then they're showing the people and they're naked. And he's talking about we should, the first step in it, we need to take away everybody's uniqueness. and the free will and everything. Again, God's mankind. With fire, they don't. With technology, I mean, you can see what's going on here. It's super interesting. This is good.
Active cog. You must first bleed out of all autonomy and free will.
Naked will.
He or she must stop being human and become a limb. Those who were deemed too sick for work were discarded. To keep them alive would only further drain the earth of vital resources. It was a kindness to let them die. For years, this is how the program would run. But
UK, that's a lot of the stuff you see on videos. It's a video. If you listen to rap music, bars, it's a video bar. They're saying those who would do this, and then she flips up the shirt and it says UK on there. So, I mean, you kind of know what's up with that. That's clever. That's clever.
Them alive would only further drain the earth of vital resources. It was a kindness to let them die. For years, this is how the program would run.
We'll just put them out of their misery. That's what I'm saying. That's a bar. That's a bar.
It was a kindness to let them die. For years, this is how the program would run. But, like many systems that came before it, it was at the mercy of chaos theory. Chaos theory is often misunderstood. It is an oxymoron, a determined element of chaos, one that can send a whole system spiraling into mayhem.
Yeah, that's interesting. People use chaos to control the system. I mean, I don't want to get into a deep metaphorical, topic here, but our societies, no matter if you're socialist, whatever, capitalist, it doesn't matter. The governments that you are ran by manipulate the crap out of us to control us. And sometimes when people figure that out at some point, we might be there right now. People are starting to figure it out. But at some point, people will figure out that the government is pitting us against each other. And we keep these little wars going on to control us. That's what this is all about. This is all about control. We'll control you with a vaccine, control you with the food, control you with the government, control you with lies, control you with someone wants to control somebody. There is no freedom because everybody in some way is trying to control you in a small way. It's true. It's true.
There was a prophecy. It told of a genetic anomaly, a human girl whose DNA harbored immunity to the virus, a blueprint for the future. For decades, the humans searched, setting up a global infrastructure of testing facilities in vain. With time, the candle of hope burnt down to a blackened wick. Whispers of the prophecy could still be caught traveling on the wind between members of the sick. Rivaling factions saw it as nothing but a dying superstition. Others clung to it like an amulet of hope. The rich and the elite, of course, used it as a method of control.
Yep.
Desperation is a powerful drug. Above fear, above loyalty to the party, the Dominion understood this and used it to their advantage.
This is super clever and it's on point. And every reaction we have as human, it's not like it's unknown to way human beings react to things. Okay. Human beings react to things in a certain way, in a certain manner. We are habitual creatures. You don't have to be a Christian or non-Christian or believer or non-believer. the facts of the facts. Human beings are habitual creatures. And you don't think the federal government or your government understands that? They use our own qualities against us. That's what they do. That's what they do. Skin color, sex.
Desperation is a powerful
the desire
drug.
for sex.
Above fear, above loyalty to the party, the Dominion
Control.
understood this and used it to their advantage. If you strip man of his basic needs with enough time, he becomes a beast. Without shame.
You got to kind of watch what the video's doing at the same time what they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Strip man of his basic needs with enough time, he becomes a beast. Without shame and without morality. Primal. How ironic that the creations and brilliance of man should reduce him to his primal state.
Oh, man.
I guess with time,
dude, this guy
returns to source. While it was still part of protocol to
I
test
really
every
like how
subject for
Ren
immunity
thinks.
to the virus, the outcome was predictable. There was no suspense. Any hope that testing would bear fruit died years ago. That is until we introduce chaos theory.
Well, this is kind of a bar too. As a form of control, we introduce the chaos theory. So I don't know exactly what they might be meaning here. I'm sure you guys will give your opinions down below, please. I hope you do. But maybe the chaos theory is the constant barraging of us as human beings with chaotic events that are going on. You know, train goes off the track, airplane crashes, such and such happens, keeping a constant state, people rioting, people upset, different race versus skin colors, sex. Like I said, it's a constant chaotic thing going on all the time. And it's a delicate thing that the government uses, or your government and mine, to control us. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Man, that was crazy. That was something else. Yeah, it's that really kind of triggered me, not in a negative way, of course. But yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's so much junk going on today in the world. It's kind of annoying at times. And but I kind of see what he's saying. I was trying to, you get to talking about a subject, and then I'll catch myself what I'm about to say, and if I say that, YouTube's gonna be like, you're out of here. You guys know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, but because I've had it happen. And but anyways, it's good to be back. Hope you enjoyed that. Please give me a subscribe if you liked it. What do you guys think? I think it was kind of a lot of metaphors were used, not just the video, but in the the narrative that the woman was doing. So she was metaphorically speaking about, what we all know is going on. What we all know is going on. So down below, what do you guys think? You guys have a great evening. Peace.